Said he would be a dictator on day one. The question now is, what will the rest of us be doing on day one?
What's going on with you good people? I know. Welcome to the channel. I'm Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Modern Renaissance Man. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. Make sure that you are following me on all the platforms you see above and below. Hitting this like button right here, the thumbs up, that allow my content to consistently be recommended to you, and it helps push my content out in the YouTube algorithm. When you subscribe to this channel, make sure you hit this bell notification right here. That way my content will be notified to you when you do push it to all notifications. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know y'all saw the beginning of this video and y'all sitting there thinking like, what in the world? I told y'all. I told you I was going to be rubbing it in to my fellow doctors, nurses, and nurse practitioners who lost. Y'all look so happy at the clinics today. My God. Yeah. Anyway, folks, got to get ready to show you guys a few of these clips right here because I want you to pay attention. Pay attention to what's being said here. Pay attention to what's being done here. Pay attention to the overall message of what is being pushed. That's all I ask people to do. Just listen to what they are saying when they say it. Don't just listen to the words and be moved by, I want you to listen to what they're actually saying, okay? Okay? Y'all good? When we dance again? No, I'm just playing. Check this out.
Hey there. How are you doing? If you watch the show regularly, I'm guessing you're not doing great. Yeah, me neither.
Let's be honest, it was a terrible night last night. It was a terrible night for women, for children, for the hundreds of thousands of hardworking immigrants who make this country go. For healthcare, for our climate. It was a terrible night for poor people, for our allies in Ukraine, for NATO. And guess what? It was a bad night for everyone who voted for him, too. You just don't realize it yet.
Said he would be a dictator on day one. The question now is, what will the rest of us be doing on day one? Now's the time to stand in solidarity with our friends, with our neighbors.
Well, it happened again. And in this democracy, the majority has spoken, and they said they don't care that much about democracy. The first time Donald Trump was elected, he started as a joke and ended as a tragedy. This time he starts as a tragedy. Who knows what he'll end as?
What really got me about this was Mr. Jimmy Kimmel. It was a terrible night for climate, for immigrants, for people, for babies, for poor people, and for the livestock and climate, Greta Thunberg, and it's just a terrible night. No, absolutely not. It was a victorious night. For everybody you just named off, it was a victorious night for them. You say poor people. Oh, you mean like the ones that y'all kicked out of? When I say y'all, I'm not talking about Jimmy Kimmel. New York and all across the country. You talking about the poor people? Oh, the veterans who y'all kicked out of these hotels, kicked out of some of these assisted living facilities. You kicked them out of there so y'all can house the asylum seekers, huh? House the undocumented. You were housing illegal aliens is what they were doing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you talking about the poor people? Oh, you mean like the poor black people, the poor white people who didn't receive money vouchers to eat and shop at where they wanted to eat at? Oh, you mean like that? Oh, you mean like the poor people, the ones that got kicked out and couldn't even get a hotel room because they allowed all the migrants to stay in there for free while us taxpayers footed that bill. Is that the poor people you talk? Oh, no, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about the poor people who barely can afford their rent. I work with people who have to go to a freaking food bank to get food, got to go to different churches to get food, even though they got full-time jobs, working 10, 12 hours and still have to go to a freaking food bank to get food. And you're talking about poor. Oh, you talking about the people who barely can afford to get groceries right now. Oh, you talking about those poor people. It's a bad day for climate. Oh, you mean like how we're going to put millions and billions upon dollars to study climate change while we got people still sitting there in North Carolina suffering? We still got people in Panama City suffering from the hurricane that hit there big time. Oh, you mean like the people in East Palestine, Ohio? Oh, you mean like them? Oh, you mean like Maui, Hawaii, who we stopped talking about all of a sudden, huh? You mean like them? That's what you're talking about with the climate change, with the most crazy fire that happened there, because they got devastated by that, huh? And there still was no help for them. That's what you're talking about. And like, I ain't gonna lie, Hawaii, y'all surprised me going blue, by the way. I know what he's talking about. There's just, oh my God, for Ukraine? Oh my God, what are we ever gonna do for Ukraine? Oh, sorry that President Trump is talking about going in there and ending the war so people can stop dying. Is that what you're talking about? You couldn't be talking about the fact that a lot of us people who know about what's going on with the real deal with Ukraine in regards to them having critical materials there. Huh? Oh, y'all don't believe me. Go look up the critical minerals that they have in Ukraine. Ukraine is like a freaking gold mine when it comes to critical minerals, things that get used in all sorts of stuff, computers, electric cars, turbines. They got so much critical minerals there. That's the reason why we have what we going on, and we have what we have going on in Ukraine. It's not because we're fighting for them because Russia are bullies and Russia are the bad people. It has everything to do with those critical minerals that they have there. Don't believe you, boy. Go check it out. Who would tell you to go do that? Why don't they ever do that? Why? See, this is what I'm saying. They want you to be moved based off of some dang on topics that they throw at you. Climate, poor people, for women. Won't you go into detail? Each one of those things you named off, Jimmy Kimmel, go into detail how these people are going to be harmed. You can't do it because you are doing nothing more than like what Kamala Harris did. You are reading off of a teleprompter. You can't even speak from your heart. You can't. You don't care about this stuff like you claim you do for real. Y'all millionaires and billionaires really don't care. You don't. Anyway, folks, I absolutely 100% love seeing these soft, Rudy Poo, jellyback folks melt and act like they're Steve Colbert, whatever his name is, Jimmy Kimmel. None of them are going to be hurt by this. Not one celebrity, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be hurt by Trump. If they are claiming, like Kamala Harris said, if Trump is going to be doing nothing more than giving all these tax cuts to his rich friends, what about the rich non-friends? Don't they qualify for those tax cuts too? I'm putting it in air quotes because it's not what they make it out to be. You think they're going to really complain about those tax cuts for the rich when they all are in that same classification, right? I'm giving you an example. I know people right now, good people. They went to school just like I did. They became surgeons, doctors, nurse practitioners, anesthetists, nurse anesthetists, anesthesiologists, all kinds of things, physical therapist assistant. They became big time people that moved up in medicine, right? Some of them got their loan forgiven. Do you think they go, oh no, I'm not going to do that? Nope. They couldn't. They said, I looked up and I got a letter and said it was done. I can't call them back and say how I want to pay on this. They just did it. My point in saying all that is these people that are claiming, oh, he's going to be giving tax cuts to the rich. These people are rich. Tyler Perry, rich. Oprah, rich. Lizzo, rich. Usher, rich. Huh? Cardi B, rich. Samuel L. Jackson, rich. Bon Jovi, rich. Kamala Harris, rich. And whatever these so-called made-up bullcrap tax cuts for the rich that Trump is going to be doing, and that's all he wants, I bet you money they're going to be included in it as well. Trump busted Hillary Clinton now when he said it back in 2016. He said he doing the same exact thing y'all doing. You use the same exact tax cuts that I do. You and all your friends do. He called her out on it. So stop sitting up there acting like this is all Trump trying to do just to make his friend rich while the poor got poor. Let me ask y'all something, ladies and gentlemen. If that is to be true, why is it that during Trump's era, the poor gained more wealth? The middle class became upper middle class. And these last 4 years, ladies and gentlemen, you tell me if all of us collectively became poorer while the rich got richer, huh? We knew that the Fauci, hokey pokey clot shot era stuff that happened. I can't say it because YouTube gonna flag this during that time. A big amount of big companies took advantage of that and made billions upon billions of dollars. And that's why you guys are not seeing, because they're not posting it on mainstream media. There are hundreds upon hundreds of lawsuits going on right now. People are getting paid millions upon millions of dollars for these things that happened during the Fauci Hocus Pocus clot shot. I got to say it fast like that so you guys don't pick up on it. Anyway, my point is saying that they don't care because they made billions. They made billions and knew they were going to make billions. So, hey, shoot out a couple of million here, even if overall, after it's all said and done, the dust is settled, they have to dish out $500 million. It does not matter because they made over 30, 40, 50, 60 billion off of that. So don't come here acting like, oh, he's only going to be doing this. Guess what? I will be right here with y'all, whether you are on the left or the right. I told y'all, I'm not for the left. I'm not for the right. I'm for the up. Now, yeah, you see this going on. You see this going on because the person, I mean red. You see the red going on. It's because they represent what our forefathers represented by putting America first, period. Just like when I talk to families, I'm all about a man putting his family before anyone else, before anything else. Take care of that wife, number one. Then those kids, your kingdom, which is your home. Nothing's going to disrupt that. Nothing's going to interrupt that. That's what it's all about when it all comes down to it. Then you can venture out and help other people. If there's somebody out there that has that same mentality when it comes to running a company, when it comes to running a country, I will back that person. You never know. In 15, 20, 30, 40, I don't know how many years from now, you may see me wearing blue. If that blue is definitely conservative, God, family, about this country, you never know. Highly doubt it, but you never know because the Dems have always been about keeping folks enslaved mentally on that plantation. Let me know what you guys all think about this by putting it in the comment section after this video. No, I'm not going to dance for you again. Make sure that you do what you see in that cloud right there if you don't mind. The next video that I most likely will do in chronological order most likely will be up here. Things that I do as a variety on the channel will be right down here. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, and I hope and pray that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.